Be careful, please. I have a number of existing ailments that I don't want to exacerbate.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The Smash Bros. Games quickly became one of the most popular fighting series of all time, partially because of how they let Nintendo fans get all of their favorite characters together in one place to duke it out. With more recent iterations, that appeal has been expanded with the inclusion of characters from way beyond Nintendo's own stable. Everyone from Mario's longtime rival Sonic to more realistic characters like Metal Gear's Snake have turned up for the brawl. Sadly, Ezio and Altair have yet to make the guest list, but players can now dress their Mii fighters up in assassin's robes, which is pretty darn close. Minecraft. From famous historical locations to iconic fictional realms, Minecraft players have dedicated thousands of hours towards intricately recreating their favorite places in charming bricky form. It's always cool to see someone familiar rendered in Minecraft's unique style, and while players have shown no end of ingenuity in building things from scratch, that is literally what the whole game is about after all, sometimes it helps to have a few ready-made touches like the 3 Assassin's Creed skins which were added with Skin Pack 4. Whether they're sneaking around a blocky version of Jerusalem or tottering about somewhere much more random, players can now look their assassinating best. Metal Gear Solid 4: Guns of the Patriots.
Pretty sweet, huh?
They might reside in different eras, but the Assassin's Creed and Metal Gear series both revolve around stealthy fellas stalking through the shadows within a world of deep and complicated conspiracies, so it makes sense that they'd share something of a symbiotic relationship. Altair's robes might not provide Snake with as much camouflage as high-tech gear, but they do offer a stylish clothing option once you unlock them in Metal Gear Solid 4. The favor was returned in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where Raiden's ninja gear can be obtained, and there's even a cute reference to the series' famous Leap of Faith in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. For stealth game lovers, this is truly a dreamy crossover.
Back in the time of the Crusades, members of the Order of Assassins used what is called the Assassin's Straw Box to hide and get close to their enemies.
Rayman Legends.
Woohoo! Yoo-hoo!
Long before Ubisoft struck gold with Altair and Ezio in the Assassin's Creed series, it created one of gaming's most beloved heroes, Rayman. While the loose-limbed star never quite rose to the famous heights of other cartoon platformers like Mario and Sonic, he was always a firm cult favorite. For the HD era, Origins was able to breathe new life into the series thanks to its crisp visuals and smooth, fast-paced gameplay, and the follow-up, appropriately titled Legends, then allowed Ubisoft to celebrate both of its prodigal sons at the same time, kitting Rayman out in the series' famous white robes. Rayman's spin-off series, Raving Rabbids, has also continued the love-in with a series of Assassin's Creed-inspired costumes. Toy Soldiers War Chest. Toy Soldiers is the ideal game for anyone looking to tumble back into their childhood memories of hours spent setting up elaborate battles with their action figures. The best part of which was always combining characters from all sorts of different series into one ginormous conflict. The nostalgia kick gets dialed up with the Hall of Fame edition, where the likes of He-Man and G.I. Joe join the fray in plastic figure form, as well as Ezio Auditore da Firenze, perfect for players who grew up in a post-Joe world.
Better to kill with! Memory corrupted!
Team Fortress 2. A hectic first-person shooter like Team Fortress might seem like an odd fit for Assassin's Creed, given the series' preference for sneak attacks and close-quarters combat, and perhaps that's why you won't find Ezio or Altair leaping into this particular series themselves. They've got more sense than to go head-to-head with these minigun-toting lunatics, after all. But players can get their hands on the iconic hood and wristblade combo if they want to see how well their assassin skills translate, even if that does mean bringing a knife to a rocket launcher fight. Watch Dogs.
Well, I mean, why is he talking to the guy he just killed.
While most of the crossovers which Assassin's Creed has taken part in are little meta bits of fan service that aren't really considered part of the game's narrative, the Easter eggs found in Watch Dogs have gradually indicated that the two series might actually exist within the same universe. Some of the connections initially just seem like gags, like the scene in Watch Dogs which clearly makes fun of Assassin's Creed's post-kill confession sequences.
It's a confession? Well, that's just dumb. Dad, please. You're ruining it.
But the key clue came when the Black Flag character Olivier Garneau showed up as a target over in the other series. A screenshot of Watch Dogs protagonist Aiden Pierce taking him out can be found in Assassin's Creed Origins, effectively confirming that the two series are connected. Easily the most mind-blowing moment on the list for fans of the two series. Soulcalibur V. While Assassin's Creed remains a mere cosplay option in Smash Bros., another famous fighting series went all the way and introduced Ezio to its playable roster, Soulcalibur V. Ezio is at his best when he's taking his enemies completely unaware, but he's also a highly trained combatant with a wide arsenal of weapons allowing him to go toe-to-toe with the best of them. So he fits right in here. From his signature hidden blades to his sword and crossbow, the game does a great job of translating Ezio's gear into a Soulcalibur moveset. Better yet, they even managed to make his appearance sorta fit in with the Assassin's Creed canon, mentioning a gap in Ezio's timeline that completely stumped the folks trying to sort through his memories.
The world will be better without you.
For Honor.
Well, dream no more. Welcome to the Animus Entertainment Experience.
Who were the greatest warriors of all time? That's the question which For Honor gives players the chance to answer by taking samurai, medieval knights, and Vikings and leaving them to slug it out. Given the Assassin's Creed series' love of recreating and remixing history, it only made sense that their own set of highly trained killers would eventually slip into the battle as well. An event called For the Creed saw players taking control of assassins and Templars rather than the usual factions, with Ezio and Cesare Borgia providing star turns as their commanders. With a variety of AC-inspired weapons and a new look for several of the maps, this is one of the most complete infiltrations that Ezio and co have ever achieved.
With the Animus, history is your playground.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Little Big Planet 2. Lots of games have Ezio costumes, but none of them look this adorable. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Even elite assassins aren't safe from South Park.
Be careful, please. I have a number of existing ailments that I don't want to exacerbate.
The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings. Plenty of faith, not enough hay.
Guess they'll never learn.
Academy of Champions: Soccer. Turns out Altair is pretty deadly on the pitch. Final Fantasy 15.
But who needs the power of kings when you have the power of assassins?
Final Fantasy is another long-running series which has had a fruitful relationship with Assassin's Creed. It began with an unlockable Ezio costume in Final Fantasy XIII-2, allowing the player to imagine how deadly the Italian charmer might have been if he could throw fireballs as well. But they really kicked things up a notch with a full-blown Assassin's Festival add-on for the game, which included some fun cosmetic changes like various Assassin's robes, but also some deeper additions. The new storyline stripped the player of their magic powers and forced them to rely on stealth, cunning, and climbing abilities to take out their foes. A true Assassin's Creed experience within the Final Fantasy world. Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.